Most animals either eat other animals, avoid being eaten, or both.
These 9 are doing something stranger. They've entered into arrangements with entirely different species that benefit both sides, some of these partnerships running for tens of millions of years.
Honeyguide birds in sub-Saharan Africa actively recruit humans to help them access beehives.
When a bird locates a hive it can't open, it flies toward a human, produces a specific chattering call, then flies a short distance and waits.
It repeats this until the human follows it to the hive.
The human breaks the hive open, the bird eats the wax and larvae inside. Research published in Science found that honeyguides use different calls depending on which local human community they're addressing, and humans who follow the correct protocol are reliably led to productive hives.
Bobtail squid hatch without any bacteria in their bodies.
Within hours of hatching, they must recruit Vibrio fish sherry bacteria from the surrounding seawater into a specialized light organ in their mantle. The bacteria produce bioluminescence that the squid uses to match downwelling moonlight, eliminating its shadow and making it invisible to predators looking up from below.
Every morning, the squid expels 95% of the bacteria. By nightfall, the remaining 5% have repopulate the organ. This cycle repeats every night for the squid's entire life. Oxpeckers land on large mammals, rhinos, zebras, buffalo, and eat the ticks living in their skin. The standard explanation is mutual benefit. The host gets parasite removal, the bird gets food. The full picture is more complicated. Oxpeckers have been documented drinking blood from open wounds on their hosts and keeping wounds from healing by repeatedly reopening them.
They also eat earwax and dead skin. Whether the parasite removal outweighs the wound damage is still debated, and some researchers now classify them as parasites that provide an occasional incidental benefit. Remoras have a modified dorsal fin on top of their head that functions as a suction disc. They attach to sharks, rays, and large fish, traveling while feeding on their host's leftover food and external parasites. Sharks allow remoras to enter their mouths and gills to clean them. The remora can detach, reposition, and reattach without any apparent reaction from the host. Remoras are capable swimmers when free but spend the majority of their lives attached to something else.
Clownfish live inside sea anemones whose stinging tentacles would paralyze any other fish. They are coated in a mucus layer the anemone's nematocysts cannot penetrate.
In exchange, clownfish defend the anemone from butterfly fish that eat its tentacles, and their movement through the tentacles improves water circulation.
All clownfish are born male.
In any group, the dominant individual is female. If she dies, the largest male changes sex and takes her place within days.
Leafcutter ants cut plant material not to eat but to feed underground fungal gardens maintained inside the colony.
They have been cultivating the same fungal strain, a species that cannot survive outside the colony, for approximately 30 million years.
The fungus has co-evolved to produce nutritional structures at the sites where ants feed.
The ants carry antibiotic-producing bacteria on their bodies to protect the fungus from a parasitic mold that would otherwise destroy it.
Neither the ant nor the fungus can reproduce without the other. Fig wasps are the only way figs can be pollinated.
Every fig is an inverted cluster of flowers sealed inside a fleshy casing.
A female wasp enters through an opening so narrow she loses her wings and antennae in the process. She pollinates the flowers, lays eggs in some of them, and dies inside.
Her body is dissolved by the fig's enzymes. Male wasps, born wingless, never leave the fig, they mate with females and die inside. The females emerge through a tunnel the males chew through the fig wall, carrying pollen, and enter a new figure. Every fig you have ever eaten was produced through this process. Decorator crabs attach living organisms to their shells using hooked hairs on their carapace that function like Velcro. They select sea anemones, sponges, and algae, choosing material that matches their local environment. The organisms continue living on the crab's shell. Anemones sting anything that contacts them, giving the crab a layer of active defense.
When a decorator crab molts, shedding and replacing its entire shell, it removes its decorations beforehand and reattaches them to the new shell. Hermit crabs require shells they don't grow themselves and must upgrade to larger ones as they grow.
Some species coordinate these exchanges in chains. A group assembles at a shell slightly too large for the current occupant, and each crab moves into the next size-up shell in sequence, with the smallest getting the final leftover.
Chains of up to 20 crabs have been documented. The whole chain resolves in minutes. Every participant upgrades simultaneously.
9 arrangements between species that have no reason to cooperate and have been cooperating anyway, in some cases for longer than most animal groups have existed. Tomorrow's animal has been hiding an ability nobody expected was possible.
This channel posts a new animal fact video every day. Hit follow so you don't miss the next one.